Okay, so I promised Mad Max, but I'm going to cheat and throw in another video before that, since I'm waiting for paint to dry. I had a subscriber ask about painting on silver trim. I figured it'd be easier to show in a video than to explain in an email. You may have noticed if you've ever bought any high-end 1/64 scale die-cast cars that most have silver trim detail that sets them apart from budget manufacturers like Mattel. If you've ever tried to paint this on a custom with a brush, you know that it's very difficult to do and get good consistency. The way that I have found to do it and get better consistency than a brush is by making a trim tool. This tool sort of resembles a lockpick, but is just a popsicle stick that has a small notch at the end. So I'm going to show how the tool works before I show how to make it. The first thing I do is decant some silver paint into a container, as you see here. Be sure to do this outside due to fumes and also because if you spray just right, you can blow out all the paint all over your work surface. To use the tool, you simply apply some paint to the notch on the end and then place the notch on the edge of the car where you want trim. Simply move the notch down the edge to apply the paint. Reapply paint to the notch and repeat until the line is even. The skinnier the notch, the better it is at getting around tight places, but the less paint it can hold. It does take a little practice to get the hang of, and it's always much easier if you're not trying to do it while looking through a camera screen. But once you master it, you can do an entire car in less than a minute, and, at least for me, get better results than using a small paintbrush. If you notice that you made a mistake, simply wipe the paint away and then reapply. So as I stated before, the tool is made from a popsicle stick that you can buy pretty much anywhere. The first thing I do is use a pair of end cutters to make the initial notch. I then use a small file to square up the notch, though it doesn't have to be perfect. The next step is to use a belt sander to quickly form the rest of the tool. If you have a handheld belt sander, it will work too. All I need to do is remove all the material around the notch. The thinner the notch, the finer the line the tool will make. As you can see, the tool is very easy to make, and once you have one, you can reuse it indefinitely. So here's the car after all the silver paint was dry. The Mattel paint job on this car is pretty bad, but I'm sure you get the idea. Be sure you practice a couple times before you try this on a custom you have 3 hours of work in. I think you'll find that it's pretty easy to do and really adds to the overall look of a car. Let me know how you apply trim on your car below, especially if you feel like you have a better way. As always, thanks for watching and see you next time.